So do you also want to create Todoist tasks from Telegram messages? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create Todoist tasks from Telegram messages using an AI agent. So like you, I also used to manually create all the Todoist tasks, but this is such a time consuming and a tedious process. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as we talk about the task on Telegram, automatically using my AI agent, automatically Todoist task will be created. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Telegram, OpenAI and Todoist. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this video I'll show you how to automate your task management by turning Telegram messages into actionable Todoist tasks using an AI agent. So whether you're logging personal to-dos, team updates or personal action points, this setup extracts the key details from your messages and automatically create the task with the deadline, priorities and descriptions. Say goodbye to missed action items and let's build this productivity boosting automation together. So to do this, we are simply going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because I want to connect different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and once I'm just going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And now to get started with the automation, we simply have to click on this create workflow button, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I have already created mine, so I'm just going to save my workflow in this automations, and now I'm just going to name my workflow as this create Todoist task from Telegram messages using AI agent. And then we are simply going to click on this button which says create, and once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application which is Telegram. So I'm simply going to look for Telegram right over here, and I'm just going to select this Telegram bot. And now for the trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as set webhook/watch updates. And now we are just going to simply click on this button which says connect, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Telegram bot account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to get this token. And to get this token, I'm just going to open my Telegram account, and now from here we're just going to look for bot father. So I'm just going to search for bot father right over here. I'm just going to search for bot father and open this bot father chat. And now I'm just going to click on this start button given right over here. And after clicking on this start button, I'm just going to select this new bot option. And now it is saying, all right, a new bot, how are we going to call it? All right, so let's say I'm just going to name my bot as Pabbly right over here. So I'm simply going to enter Pabbly and I'm just going to send it this Pabbly. And now it is saying, all right, let's choose a username for your bot. So I want the username of my bot to be Pabbly_bot. So I'm just going to simply enter Pabbly_bot. So over here you have to keep in mind that it must end with underscore bot only. And I'm just going to send it the username. So it is saying the username is already taken. No issues. I'm just going to give another username. Let's say this time I'm just going to give Pabbly with double Y underscore bot. And I'm just going to send them this Pabbly bot. And yes, you can see that our bot has been created and over here is our token. So I'm simply going to copy this token and now I'm just going to paste that API token right over here and click on this button which says save. And once I'm just going to click on this save, with this we have successfully connected our Telegram bot account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, it is saying waiting for response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this response, we have to do a test submission. For that, I'm just going to open my Telegram account, and what I'm just going to do is first I'm just going to add this bot which we created right now in this Pabbly team. Alright, so I'm just going to add this bot. Alright, so the name of the bot was Pabbly with double Y underscore bot. So I'm just going to enter Pabbly underscore bot, and I'm just going to add this bot which is named Pabbly in this group. And as you can see that I've successfully added this Pabbly in this group. And now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to give this Pabbly the admin access, and over here we have to give the admin access with the help of the Telegram mobile application. So I'm simply going to promote this Pabbly to the admin with the help of my Telegram mobile application, and with this I have successfully promoted this Pabbly as the admin. And over here I'm just going to refresh it so that it can reflect right over here too. And as you can see that now this Pabbly has turned into the admin. And now let's say I'm just going to send a message in this group which is, hey team, please ensure that the sprint backlog is finalized by the end of the day, Friday 13 June 2025. Also, we need to send the weekly update to the client covering the process on API integration and UI feedback. Don't forget to review the new feature requests logged in the feedback tracker. Let's make sure everything is updated before our Monday stand-up. So yes, this is the message which I'm just going to send. So yes, you can see that I've successfully sent this message, and in this message I've mentioned about the task, the due date and the description. Alright, so once we are just going to send them this message, automatically we have completed our test submission, and as you can see that we have successfully received the response of the same test submission which we made right over here. Over here you can see that we have received the same message, and now I'm just going to create a Todoist task from this message only. For that I'm just going to select my action application as my AI agent which is OpenAI. So I'm just going to look for OpenAI and select it right over here. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are simply going to follow the help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. So I'm simply going to go towards my OpenAI API key page to get the API key. And now to get this API key, you simply have to click on this create secret key button. You have to enter your key name, select the project and click on this create secret key button, and your key will be created. I have already created my API key, so I'm simply going to paste it right over here and click on this button which says save. And with this we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it's asking me to select the AI model, so I'm simply going to select it as GPT-4. You can select it as any another of your choice. And now it's asking me for the prompt, so I'm simply going to enter my prompt right over here. So yes, this is the prompt which I'm just going to enter, and I'm just going to move on further, and I'm just going to map the text which we have received right over here. But we are not going to enter it manually. Instead, we are just going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Telegram bot as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we are just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm simply going to map the text right over here which is this, and after mapping this I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request so that my AI agent can give me the description, the due date and the rest of the details. And as you can see that my AI agent has successfully given me the content. Over here you can see that it has successfully given me the description and also the due date. So yes, I'm just going to enter all of these details into into my Todoist. For that, I'm just going to add another action step. And now for the action application, I'm simply going to select it as Todoist. So I'm just going to search for it and select it. And this time for the action event, I'm just going to select it as Create a Task and click on this Connect. Once again, it is asking me for the same. So if you haven't connected, you have to follow me. Click on Add a New Connection. Now it is saying go to this URL to find your API token. So I'm simply going to go towards this URL to find my API token. And now after coming over here, you're going to see that the API token will be right over here. You have to go towards this developers, and over here you're going to get the API token. So you can simply copy this API token and paste it right over here. And after pasting this, we simply have to click on this button which says save. And with this, we have successfully connected our Todoist account too. And now it is asking me for the content. So yes, we have generated this with the help of the AI agent. So I'm simply going to map it. We are just going to move on further. I'm just going to map the description to right over here. I'm just going to move on further. Now it is asking me for the project ID. So over here, I'm just going to select the project ID as new project. If you wish, you can definitely map this too. It is asking me for many another details. I'm only going to fill in the details which are required, like this due date. And after filling the details which are required, I'm just going to move on further. Over here, I'm just going to keep the priority as natural only. And after doing all of this, I'm simply going to click on this button which says save and send test request. And as you can see that we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a new task with the same details. So I'm just going to open my Todoist account, and over here it's just going to go towards this new project. And as you can see that this task has been created. Over here you can see the same content, same description, and also you can see the date, which is Friday. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now whenever a new message is being posted right over here, be it a long message, short message, or single line, automatically using those details, a task would be created in my Todoist account. All of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So now go and try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.